Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us with the Sangean PR-D12, and I'll perform a daytime AM band scan. First we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, third I'll start cruising the band. So let's check it out, the PR-D12. This retails for around $71 on Amazon at the moment. It represents an awesome deal. The reason why I say that is the FM band on this radio is rated number 1. Yes, out of every radio I've tested, this FM band on this radio has scored the highest. Yep, the best sensitivity, best selectivity, just amazing all around on the FM band. You absolutely love it if you're a junkie for FM. Now we're going to be doing an AM band scan today, which is a little different, and hopefully it will perform just as well. It's been about a couple years since I've had this radio out and on the channel, so a great reintroduction for those new subscribers who haven't seen this radio before and are wondering about it. You don't see it too often, and it's definitely worthy. So let's look at some features. Left-hand side, we have a headphone jack for FM stereo listening, DC input, 9 volts, 7/10 of an amp. You get the AC adapter when you buy the radio. That's important because this is an AM/FM weather alert radio. The weather alert does drain the batteries, so if you hit weather alert, you can have it say always on, and then you have your AC adapter plugged in, and it won't be using the batteries. That's great. So you can have a weather radio looking for alerts all the time, and you don't have to worry about draining batteries. That's a key thing with this radio. Here we have a 3-inch speaker behind a metal speaker grill. You'll notice they use plastics throughout here. We have a matte edge plastics, and we have shiny front, and actually these buttons are hard plastic as well, meaning those should last quite a while. The display is nice and large. I do like that. Here we have a little window with a red LED that shows our status of the weather alert. Power button with sleep function. We're going on to these black buttons here. We have 2 alarms. So we wake the buzzer and wake to radio. We have a band select, so AM, FM, weather. And then if you notice, it says step, so we press and hold this. It'll access a menu. So we have 12-hour, and we can set our clock to 24-hour. Hit the button again. You can change the stepping on AM to 9 kilohertz to 10 kilohertz. Hit this again. Now we go to FM, 100 kilohertz stepping, 200 kilohertz stepping, or 50 kilohertz stepping. 50 in my area actually works for 1 station. It's nice to have. So we'll go ahead and do that. It goes to firmware 1. Now in the battery bay, there's actually a USB port, micro USB, and it says upgrade. It's kind of cool. I think it's the first Sangean radio I've seen that, where it has an upgrade port in the battery compartment. Let's see what else we have here. We have our clock button, and it says time set. So when you're on the radio, it always shows frequency, which is great. And when you want to see the clock, you tap the clock button. It's nice. Over here we have a scan function and ATS, so auto tuning storage system. And down here, of course, weather alert. You press and hold this down, initiates the weather alert. It says on, so this will always be on, and on channel 5. And as you can see, it's flashing that our weather alert is on. Now you can't turn the radio on with the alert, I believe. It just goes to the weather station. Yeah, it's not going to let me do anything until I turn this off. So it just goes in this mode to save on power. So we'll go ahead and turn the mode off. Now, of course, you can press and hold that and cycle to 4-hour, 8-hour, 16-hour runtime of that alert if you want to set a time to it. Volume up and down. And of course, over here is our tuning control. It's got kind of a clicky thing to it. I wish it didn't have that. But it also has seek tuning here where you press the knob in and it'll go up. And if you're tuned down and press in, it'll seek down, which is nice. So yeah, liking that part of it. So let's flip this to the top here. On top, you'll notice you got page and you got 5 preset buttons. Cool thing is you get 20 presets on the AM band, 20 presets on the FM band, and 5 presets on the weather band because you only got 7 channels on the weather band. You hit the page and you get 4 pages of 5 presets on AM and then the same on FM. The back antenna here is 27 inches. This is for your FM and NOAA weather reception. It's not for the AM reception. That's an internal antenna. We'll talk about that in a moment. Do a little primer on that. The back of the radio, there's not much of a handle here. I wish this thing did have a handle. Okay, so on the back, we got our information there. You can see the different frequency it covers. And then, of course, in the back here, we have our battery compartment. We'll open it up. And you can see we got 4 AA batteries. And like I mentioned, I would show you here, but we'll probably erase the clock. I don't want to do that. But there's a little micro USB port and it says upgrade, which is kind of neat. Didn't know it had that. So, and of course, our serial number here is in the hinged door here on the back. So let's go ahead and see, fire this up. See on the bottom anything? Nope, just some little feet here. Okay, I'm touching buttons on top. All right, that's the one thing, handling this radio. Pretty much put it in a spot you like. It's a good tabletop form factor. So let's do size comparison. Right away, I got a CC Pocket. This is an AM/FM weather alert radio too, pocket sized. Yep, pocket little speaker too. Yeah, it's a little tiny speaker, but it works. You know, in a pinch. I can put headphones on if it bugs me. I always listen to my volume low anyway, so people that complain about tinny speakers are probably wanting to listen to the radios loud. CC Skywave in the house. Does a little bit extra than weather alert and AM/FM. It has airband and shortwave. That's a great little radio, by the way, too. And then, last but not least, we have a deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Sangean radios from China land. He's Iron Man. Ding, 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 ding. Iron Man. Okay, you get the idea. Deck of cards. All right, so let's go turn this on. And we're going to go switch
mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers
the weather. Nice. Let's go to the AM band. All right, so I guess preset 1, or page 1, excuse me, we're on page 1. Battery life indicator, signal strength indicator, nice. The band we're on. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn this down. I want to talk real quick about the medium wave. So medium wave, or the AM broadcast band, utilizes an internal antenna. It's usually a ferrite bar with a coil winding around it. And the radio uses this antenna to tune in the longer wavelengths of medium wave. Shortwave and FM and NOAA weather, they use really tiny waves, and it's modulated differently, so you need a different type of antenna to pick those up, and usually use the whip antenna on the back. So this internal antenna is pretty cool. It picks up long distance stations during the day and evening, especially evening. You can really pick up some far stations. And what you do to tune the radio, you actually point the horizontal edge, usually that's how that antenna is mounted in the radio, towards the station you're trying to receive. So if I had a station to the west, I'd leave it pointed in this direction. Also, if the station's to the east, I'd leave it in this direction because it's bi-directional. It'll work towards that direction or that direction. If I want to pick a station up to the north, I actually have to physically turn the radio to the north and the signal will improve. That's kind of neat when you're tuning medium wave. Very important during the day and evening hours to know this. Clock did show up on the bottom. Nice. I think if you hit this, well, that's a surprise. Okay, maybe when we tune. Okay, so that goes away. So once the clock, there we are. It shows the clock and the frequency on the same thing. Oh, that's nice. I forgot I did that. See, joys. I haven't used this radio in a little while. So let's go ahead and turn this up. Our first station, 540, is an example of tuning a medium wave radio. I gotta remember that's not volume, that's tuning. Some Sangean radios, this is volume. Like the PR-D12. So, okay, I'm going to turn this radio to the north. That's where WAUK Jackson, Wisconsin is, and this station should come in nice.
For sure, but it looks like, I've shared the science with you on the program over the last couple of weeks. It looks like about 10% of people who get symptomatic COVID end up with some variation on long COVID. And as many as a third of those people who get long COVID have...
Okay, notice got a little bar there. It's a pretty weak station, but I still got a bar by turning it. And I think if I turn it away, that bar will disappear. Yeah, and it does. Okay, so cool. Also to note, time is 11:12 a.m. and it's Central Daylight Time, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. So wondering where I'm located. So let's keep tuning. Now it only has 10 kilohertz steps. I wish it had 1 kilohertz steps. That'd be awesome, but I'll live with it.
By some is that if they say it's raining, it's not really raining. And frankly, I understand that. The amount of lying.
So here's 560 WIND Chicago. Real deep, bassy tone. It's not bad for medium wave, especially when you're distant station hunting. I like it. It sounds really good on the music on the FM.
Of all information regarding masks, the suppression of all information with regard to ivermectin.
Assistance. nonprofits and NGOs who are trying to...
Okay, so here is the station, 580 WILL. It's Urbana, Illinois. It's to the south. I can face the radio to the north, it'll improve, or turning it to the south. So turn to the north.
Was decidedly different.
Improves.
The line stretched for a little bit under 2 miles.
Turn to the south.
A lot of people
it'll improve.
Foot. The line was also made up of buses.
Now I'm going to bring in a passive loop.
That the children were on the bus. Now,
that's Terk.
All adult men are
what the passive loop does is it gathers energy, the medium wave energy. It's all free power, which is really nice. There's no batteries in this. It's just a coil of wire. And it catches a signal, and it kind of redirects the energy to the radio's internal antenna without even having to couple it. You don't have to attach it with any kind of wire. It just does it by inductive coupling. So let's go ahead and turn this up.
For whatever reason, people
and I'm going to tune the antenna.
Walk. So the border was full of just pedestrians,
by turning this.
And usually you're not allowed to cross at every border crossing.
So perpendicular to the radio.
Poland has allowed that in recent weeks. And then you had, just convenience stores, gas stations, things like that along the border where everything was bought out because people, as they're waiting for days and days to enter Poland.
So you got 3 bars came up using that passive loop. So it's great. Definitely during the day it's awesome, and in the evening for fainter stations. So move it away. You can see it dropped. Keep that handy if we need it. Cool. So that was 150 miles away. Not bad. Just keep going. So here's 590. WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. The way that faded in and faded out, that almost sounded like auto-tuning. And I forgot this radio has that. I don't remember. We're going to find out. We're going to keep doing this. Here's my loop. Perpendicular. I'm going to tune the little purple ring. There it is.
That story is definitely worth following intensely because it's only miles from the border.
So that's about 140 miles away. Nice. Okay. Keep going.
So that we're using that crown to help protect the remaining tooth in there.
Okay.
Now, if someone was going to get a cavity on the...
If you notice, it kind of went quiet, then strong, then quiet, then strong again. I think it's auto-tuning. Even though it's not showing that it does. Yeah, that's cool. That's really good during the day. WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 175 miles to the west. Bring the loop back in. Okay, improve it.
Have some type of,
there we go.
like the porcelain that goes on the porcelain crown, the tooth-colored portion. It is a strong material, but if you hit it just right, sometimes that can chip. And so that'd be one.
Yeah, that's a big improvement. Okay, just keep going.
In your during the pain that you were dealing with before you had the surgery.
So WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Turn it to the north. You should pick it up.
To get the pain kind of dulled.
Tune it better.
Yep. See? That's what I'm saying.
Marijuana.
Oh,
Whatever you gotta do.
Attaboy. Okay.
Dick, thanks for your honesty and thanks for sharing your story there. Dick said a little weed helped too. Carol, maybe that's your next.
I gotta be honest with you. I filled out some form that I had sent my guy.
Definitely heard auto-tuning there on 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. Hispanic music playing.
Are creating some schadenfreude potentially, some people who really want to see them get a little bit of comeuppance here. It's fun to have that in the tournament. It's fun to maybe have a team.
670 the score, WCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs. As you can see here, when it comes back up.
100%. Yeah, I mean,
okay, hold on. I gotta tune it back. So we're on page 1, memory 1. It shows that when you first land on the station, and your clock shows up. Cool.
Am I gonna be 100% locked in on Tuesday night? As I'm like,
see if we can't go for a distance station. This is 600. No, this is 300 miles away. WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio. Just see how sensitive this radio is. I do hear something. So we're going to bring a loop in. See if we can push it. There it is. Can almost make it out. Cool, 300 miles away, WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio. Awesome. Okay. Turn it down.
There's no guarantee that past results will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
Meet a group of people who wake up and see things a little less.
So page 1, memory 2 on 720. This is WGN 720.
Are down at the schools these days. At least that's your option. California too, all across the country. So how's your smile look? Main Street smile.
Zoomer radio. Too midday to pick that up. It's about 460 miles away towards Toronto, northeast.
Husband and father, you can tell very seriously. And that committed disposition, I think we can...
WNDZ, Portage, Indiana.
I think sometimes, just sometimes. I'm not saying all the time.
This is Detroit here. Oh, I hear it. You guys can hear it. There we go. That's 260 miles away. Nice. WJR.
Follow tips. I'm Dr. Josh Evans from Loyola Medicine with Healthy Eating. To successfully lose weight, you need to use more calories than you take in.
WBBM Chicago.
For losing weight, control your portion size. One way is to use
source of protein and high in omega-3s. It's also quick to thaw and easy to cook at home. They're so confident in the taste and quality of Alaska's seafood that they offer 100%
WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois, about 40 miles away.
I love the omega-3s in the wild Alaskan company fish.
So this is a Milwaukee station, about 200 watts to the north. And it improves when I turn the radio very clearly. Watch this. That's pretty cool. WNOV, Milwaukee. This is WKAR, East Lansing, Michigan, about 200 miles to the east. I'll bring the loop back in. I like using the loop. Good investment, by the way, guys. There you go. Nice.
And Forget, the easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate...
Here's WLS Chicago.
...green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach.
High pitch whine coming from the camera.
On all your outdoor surfaces, including decks.
Also got an extra 15% off and on Goldcast. Here's the longer...
WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Big Badger.
15% offer ends March 20th. Curly Champion Adidas coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store local for details.
For more information about contests on this station, 920.com/rules.
You win!
Oh my God, I won!
Person is precious in God's eyes. Christ gave his life for each one.
WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois, Relevant Radio.
Try to see everyone as the Father sees them.
WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, classic music programming.
By downloading the free Relevant Radio app.
Join us for the Family Rosary Across America, where miracles...
KWNTD, Chicago, Illinois.
My prayer intention is for my uncle. He needs a wife.
March 2022.
what they're talking about, that they're very concerned that the U.S. may be vulnerable to attacks from Russian
Interesting.
Hackers.
When I
or
tune,
from the Russian government.
also I notice, you probably hear it, little tick, 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 as I tune it. I think in my older band scans, I picked that up too. It's the auto tuning, trying to find the best signal. So it's doing this little micro tuning, and that's what you're hearing, the little click, 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 to get the best signal. Then it stops once it finds it. So that's neat. This is 970 WHA, Madison, Wisconsin.
Is vulnerable to a cyber attack. If connectivity to certain parts of our infrastructure in this country is cut off.
So they lose Edmonds, but
they make sure they keep James Conner.
James Conner's back.
Who had a career year last year. He had a very good. How many touchdowns did James Conner throw?
18, 19?
WMVP, Chicago, ESPN.
Crazy. El
Hockey, right? That's what I would think.
Correct.
Amerykańskiej ustawy dla części zainteresowanych. Tak samo jak żadna umowa
WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois.
ważności
Going a little
znaków
quicker.
stop.
Okay.
1050 WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Russia, right? But how to pivot from the sea to land? This is really wonderful. That's where Putin.
I got music. WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, about 100 miles to the east. 1070 WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin.
Unfortunately, he's violating a not-so-far-dirty timeline. That's the villain. He's trying to kick Vanessa.
2 4 8 3 3 6 3 7 2 9 مرسي فينرال هوم.
أعزائي المستمعين أنتم مع صوت الهاتف معنا
WNWI, Oakland, Illinois.
إعلاناتكم اتصلوا بسهر المالح 586.
Y una curiosidad de decir quién es este.
WXCS, Chicago.
Que me hablan. ¿Será cierto que resucitó?
One, because it just means by the math, you will have lost a month of wages to inflation, give or take. And remember, you also
WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The wages you make, so.
You know, it's a good decision. So, okay, yeah, let's do that.
A friend came running in, and he said, Jonesy, your girlfriend's on the phone. She's crying.
WYLL, Hope for Your Life, Chicago, Illinois.
She just kept saying over and over and over again, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
And the squirrel shows up on WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. The squirrels are on my radio. It's pretty cool.
Es 800-296-1442. Llame 800-296.
WRTO, Chicago.
Para México, para el fútbol mexicano y para para todo el mundo.
WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois.
Viendo todo el mundo.
The state is concerned that there's a lot of deer hunting in the southwest and western part of the state. But anyway, the best is
WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin.
Visit with them.
Dice che vi raccomandiamo. Qui Gino Nuccio che vi augura di trascorrere un'ottima giornata. A risentirci.
WSBC, Chicago. Country music on WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles away. Always kind of a faint signal.
Have there this month. It's a Rubin.
This is a Gary, Indiana station. I'll put it here.
Yes, the burger of the month. You guessed it, a Reuben burger, right?
A Reuben burger, that's healthy.
But they serve all kinds of good stuff.
WBIG, Aurora, Illinois.
Sandwiches, and I'm shocked.
So we're picking up some music on WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin. Nice. That's always a good benchmark for a radio. Pick that up.
ramach tą klauzulą Windfall Elimination Provision zwolnionych
WRDZ, LaGrange, Illinois.
dlatego, że wypłacają swoim obywatelom
$2 a month. Here's how you do it. From your cell phones right now, dial pound 250, say Pure Talk. You'll save an additional
WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
Switch in and less.
And now they play a ton of freshmen, and they play a bunch of guards. Tennessee is
WNTA, Rockford,
bad news for Tennessee.
Illinois.
They're in the South, and they're in the same. And Arizona's in the.
Well, let's go to miscellaneous. Someone is looking to buy a 7-inch square glass Corningware Pyrex lid in Sycamore.
I need to buy this. Please sell it to me on the radio. That's awesome. WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois. It's like, I'm looking for a realistic radio, AM/FM classic 1980 style, please. Looking for it. I'd like to pay around $5, please. Probably get tons of calls. That'd be hilarious. Maybe I should.
Gmail.com. And that is somebody looking for, someone's looking to buy a 7-inch square glass Corningware Pyrex.
You know you got the short end of the stick if you're doing this part of the job on the radio.
We are going to take a...
That's hilarious. So we got music on WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. WGRB, Chicago.
Last week we are going into the book
Gospel Radio, Gospel Station.
Activity of the Holy Spirit.
Some cool classic music on WRJN, Racine, Wisconsin.
South Main Street here.
Okay. South Main Street, you know the other part.
More shopping on the radio, WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
Oh, you mean like the streets adjacent to that?
Choose from. These gorgeous waterproof floors are also pet-friendly and child-friendly for easy.
WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
Trevor Mill Outlet has truckloads of the latest luxury.
Just barely picking up 1450 WRLL, The Real, Cicero, Illinois.
Country on the Iron Country stage. With time, my faith has wrinkled.
Iron Country, WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. Country music. There you go. Got heavy metal on WPJX, Zion, Illinois. WLUV, Loves Park, Illinois.
These words showed that there was a God who does not...
Go a little quicker now. WGLB, Port Washington, Wisconsin. It's definitely that auto-tuning thing, that little clicking sound that you hear when you first land on the station. Okay, we just said it's quiet. WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin. WCGO, Evanston, Illinois.
County Passage Highway Travel Advisory Radio, operating at 1620 kHz AM.
Here's Traffic Advisory Radio, 1620 Lake County, Illinois.
Denials. Now, in many ways,
WSJP,
is a soul cleansing.
Sussex, Wisconsin, Relevant Radio. We're almost done.
Our bodies are a temple of the Lord.
Taking care of our bodies, both physically and mentally, it's so important.
WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison's best and favorite health club year after year. The Princeton
Madison.
Club for a
Nice.
better tomorrow.
The Zone.
To activate a free trial pass, go to PrincetonClub.net.
I really like how the time shows up there. Nice.
Warriors are returning home
Smart.
wounded. Here's one of them.
to expect when you're expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is
WBON, Chicago, Illinois, last station. All right. And 1700 should be blank. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. So there it is, the daytime AM band scan, the Sangean PR-D12. Amazing radio. As you can tell, it does have a auto bandwidth feature that I don't know if it was advertised as a feature on this radio, but definitely is there. It's there. It could probably be updated. Maybe there's an update already because I bought this radio 2 years ago, 2019, and yeah, I don't think they may have come up with a better version of the firmware. Maybe it doesn't click as much on the AM band because they could probably hide that a little bit because I don't remember the PR-D4W doing that. I don't know. You guys can tell me. But there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Two, if you like Sangean radios and want to see more, subscribe at the bell icon, get notified of future models, reviews, comparisons, band scans. I like to do them all with these radios. I love Sangeans. I love the new refresh colors they're coming out with. Hopefully some new models along the way as well, like this one. This is like one of their newest models besides the 909X2. So yeah, I do like this. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Sangean PR-D12. If you're an FM fanatic, pick it up for $70. It actually outperforms my D15, around the same price range. It outperforms my D19. So yeah, it's a great portable radio. Plus you have the weather alert. That's really important to have on a radio. I like that, especially with the AC adapter plugged in and the batteries in there as a backup. You get good runtime with those batteries too, by the way. You get like 35 hours with speaker. It's a pretty big speaker. And then you get 80 hours with headphones. So you can like more than double that time just by using headphones. So something to think about. All right, guys, take care. I hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you in the next one.